learners, is glad to see you in Krishna's space. Today is a day 59 of our 300 days DSA journey. So it's time for our today's problem. Let's understand it. So today's problem is special array part 1. Here they have said an array is considered special if the parity of every pair of adjacent elements is different. In other words, one element in each pair must be even and the other must be odd. So that means if you have given an array, if it is starting with even number, then the next number should be odd. And if it is starting with odd number, then the next number should be even. So they have given an array of integers here called nums, and we have to return true if our nums is a special array, otherwise we have to return false. So now let's get into the examples to understand it more better. As we can see in the example 1, they have given an array. In this we have only one element and they have returned true because there is no other element from which we can compare. So that's why they have returned true here. Same in example 2, we can see we have given an array and the output is true. Why? Because as I said, if our array is starting with even number, then the next number should be odd. And as we can see, 1 is present after 2. And thereafter we should have an even number, and in this array 4 is present after 1. So because of that it becomes a special array, and that's why they have returned true. And in the example 3 we can see the output is false because as we can see after 3 we had odd number, which shouldn't be, because after getting odd number we should have an even number. So this array doesn't become a special array, that's why they have returned false here. So now let's understand how I approach this problem. So to solve this problem, we should know in our array, each pair must contain an even and odd number. So for that, first I have taken the length of my array, and thereafter I am finding out if my array is length of 1 or not. If it is length of 1, then I am going to return true because there is no other element from which I am going to compare with. So we are going to return true here. But let's say the length of my nums is greater than 1, then we are going to run a loop from 0 to n minus 1, in which we are going to find out the first element. Let's say it is even, so we are going to find out the next element is even or odd. If it is even, then we are going to return false, and if it is odd, then we are going to move forward. But if it is odd number, then we are going to check the next number is even or odd. And if it is odd, then we are going to return false, otherwise we are going to move forward. And when we will traverse whole array, so we are going to come out from this loop and return true. So let's take the example 2 here to understand how the output true has come. So in the first run, we are going to have 2, which is of course an even number. So we are going to find out that the next element is even or odd. And we know the next element is odd, so we are going to move forward. And in the next run we are going to have 1, which is an odd number, so we will get into the else block. And then we are going to find out if next number is even or odd. And we know 4 is even number, so we are going to move forward. But as we have put the range till n minus 1, so we will come out from this loop now and going to return true. So that's how I have solved this problem. If you guys have any other solution of it, do write it on comment. And thank you so much for watching this video and staying with me.